Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 20 lakh crore economic package is India's economic response to the COVID-19 outbreak to help bring the economy back to its feet. It was unveiled in 5 tranches by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. The Finance Minister described the allocation of the amount in 5 stages. Now, the package also includes RBI's liquidity measures of 8.01 lakh rupees since March, and the set of earlier measures that were taken by the government worth rupees 1,92,800 lakh crore. Now let's see what all sectors come under these 5 tranches. The first tranche of economic package is worth rupees 5.9 lakh crore that provides credit line to the small businesses. Measures for MSMEs, employees and financial institutions is provided by the government. Government will provide collateral-free automatic loans of worth rupees 3 lakh crore to MSMEs for a period of 4 years and is 100% guaranteed. No repayment will be required for a year. This is supposed to benefit almost 45 lakh units across the country. Collateral-free loans basically is a loan provided to the borrower without any guarantee. In simple terms, this means you can borrow money from the lender at a certain rate of interest even if you have nothing to pledge or invest. Other measures included in the first tranche comprises subordinate debt for MSMEs dealing with equity problems that is supposed to benefit almost 2 lakh MSMEs unit. Employees Provident Fund support for almost 3 months for businesses and workers is provided, which is supposed to benefit almost 72 lakh employees. A reduction in EPF rates has also been provided. Now, special liquidity scheme for non-banking financial companies, housing finance companies and microfinance companies will be provided with the security fully guaranteed by the government. Partial credit guarantee scheme for liabilities of microfinance enterprises has also been provided. This will allow state-run banks to buy lower rated assets from the non-bank lenders. The second tranche focused on migrant workers, small traders, self-employed street vendors and small farmers. That includes affordable housing, subsidized funds and free food grain to stranded migrant workers for almost 2 months, totaling up to 3.1 lakh crore. Fishermen and animal husbandry farmers is also included in the drive. The policy of One Nation, One Ration will also be followed that will enable ration card holders to get ration from anywhere across the country. A working capital loan will also be provided to almost 50 lakh street vendors who were rendered jobless due to the lockdown. The third included funds for agri-infrastructure and microfinance enterprises of almost 1.5 lakh crores. It includes animal husbandry infrastructure fund, herbal cultivation that is basically Operation Green, where subsidy on transportation and storage will be provided to the farmers. The third tranche basically focused on pricing power of the farmers. The fourth tranche deals with mostly structural reforms that include sectors like coal, defense production, civil aviation, atomic energy, social infrastructure projects and the space sector, such as the government introduced commercial mining of coal to increase the self-reliance on coal production. Private investment is being enhanced in the mineral sector. For civil aviation, restrictions on the utilization of Indian airspace will be eased so that civil flying becomes more efficient. The viability gap funding scheme will also be revamped to boost the private sector investment. Basically, it is an incentive scheme in which a certain percentage of total capital cost is paid by the government to make the project economically viable. The fifth tranche includes 40,000 crore rupees allocation to Manrega that will help migrant workers who are headed home. The fifth tranche also includes increase in public expenditure on public health. One TV channel each for class 1 to class 12 will be launched under PM E-Vidya initiative. Defaults related to COVID-19 will be exempted from insolvency and bankruptcy code. Another measure that was taken was defaults under Companies Act will be decriminalized. The last measure was private sectors will not now be allowed to participate in almost all the sectors. Now, the state's borrowing limit has also been increased from 3% to 5% for the fiscal year 2021.